I remember the first thing that struck me about her wasn't her eyes, or her silver skin, or the way her hair shimmered like mercury in the starlight. It was her silence. We'd been stranded on the same dying planet for 3 days before either of us spoke. And even then, I wasn't sure if she understood me, or if she was just pretending to. Beginning, the crash on Velize 9. My name is Commander Reese Calder, Terran Navy, or at least, I was before the crash. My ship, the Horizon Edge, had been hit during a skirmish with enemy vessels near the Velize Belt, an uninhabited region of space rumored to be haunted by the wrecks of both Terran and alien fleets. My pod ejected moments before the ship disintegrated, and I woke up half buried in red dust under the faint glow of 2 dying suns. My oxygen gauge blinked 23%. My left leg screamed with pain. The planet was quiet, too quiet. No insects. No birds. Just wind whispering through canyons like a dying breath. I spent the first day crawling to a ridge and scanning for any signal. The horizon was littered with black metal wrecks. Terran, alien, and things I couldn't identify. By nightfall, I made a small fire from my suit's emergency kit and thought I saw movement beyond the rocks. A silhouette, humanoid, but off. Taller, more graceful. I raised my weapon, whispering to myself, if it's a scavenger, I'll shoot first. But the figure didn't attack. It just stood there, watching. Then it disappeared into the shadows. The second day, the silent companion. At dawn, I found her. She wasn't human. That much was clear from the way her skin reflected the light, a faint metallic sheen that rippled when she moved. Her hair was silver white, her eyes deep violet, and her features sharper than anything I'd ever seen, both alien and mesmerizingly beautiful. She was wearing fragments of armor, dented and burned. On her shoulder plate, I saw the sigil of the Zephyr Dominion, the same civilization we'd been fighting for decades. She was my enemy. When she noticed me, she froze, then slowly raised her hands. No weapons. I should have fired. Every rule said I should have. But something in her gaze, calm, unafraid, made me lower the gun. She pointed at my leg, then at a small medpack by her belt. She stepped closer, cautiously, and began tending to my wound. I winced. "You're helping me?" She didn't answer. Just gave me a look, a mix of pity and curiosity. When she finished, she tapped her chest softly and said, "Elira." Her name. "Reese," I replied. She tilted her head, repeating it like it was a strange melody. "Reese." For the first time in days, I laughed. The connection between enemies. Over the next few days, we worked together to survive. Her ship had also crashed, likely during the same battle that took mine down. Communication was hard, her language was melodic, full of tones and hums. But we learned through gestures, drawings, and expressions. She showed me how to find drinkable water, thick, glowing liquid stored inside large cactus-like plants. I taught her how to build a proper fire using the magnetic rocks scattered across the desert. Sometimes, I'd catch her studying me, her violet eyes reflecting the flames. On the third night, we sat near the fire as the twin suns sank behind the dunes. She hummed softly a low, haunting tune that made the air itself vibrate. "It's beautiful," I said quietly. She stopped, glanced at me, then smiled faintly. It was the first time I'd seen her smile. That night, I dreamed of cities made of light, of stars singing in the void. When I woke, she was sitting beside me, watching the dawn. The kiss. It happened the following evening. We were scavenging near an ancient wreck half buried in the sand, its hull etched with alien runes. Elira found a small energy core that could recharge our suits. As she turned to hand it to me, I saw the faint glow of sunset on her face. And before I could stop myself, I said it. "You have very beautiful lips." The words slipped out like a breath, part exhaustion, part truth. She froze. The wind carried a soft hum between us. Her eyes widened, studying me as though she was searching for meaning in what I said. Then, without a sound, she stepped closer, slowly, carefully, until she was inches away. Her hand brushed my cheek, cold and trembling. Then, she kissed me. Her lips were soft but electric, a pulse of energy that rippled through me. I felt warmth, then light, then something deeper, a memory that wasn't mine. Images flashed in my head, a massive city beneath twin moons, laughter, hands touching glass across a barrier. And her face. Always her face. When the vision faded, I gasped, stumbling back. She looked at me with tears shimmering in her eyes, real tears. "Elira, what was that?" She whispered one word, her voice trembling. "Before." The forgotten past. That night, she revealed something I could hardly comprehend. Through gestures, sketches in the sand, and the occasional shared word, I pieced it together. Long ago, centuries, maybe millennia, humans and Zephyr weren't enemies. We were one people. Two halves of a joint civilization that had spanned multiple galaxies. But something, a war, a betrayal, had shattered it. The Zephyr evolved, changed their biology, and erased all memory of their connection to us. But fragments of that old unity remained in dreams, in DNA, in memories locked deep within. When we kissed, something ancient had reawakened, a connection buried in both of us. "Before," she said again, pressing her hand against her heart, then mine. "We same." The storm and the farewell. On the 6th day, a storm came, not of rain, but of glass and lightning. Veli's 9 was unstable. The magnetic storms tore apart everything left on its surface. Our suits detected an approaching shockwave. We had one chance, reach the shelter inside an old Zephyr bunker 10 kilometers east. We ran. The wind howled like a beast, slicing the air with shards of crystal sand. Halfway there, debris struck her leg. She fell, clutching her side. I tried to lift her, but she shook her head. "Go," she said, her first full Terran word. "No," I shouted over the storm. "We go together." She touched my face again, just like before. Reese, before, again. Then she kissed me one last time. The energy surged between us, stronger now, and I felt her memories pour into me, her childhood beneath blue moons, her first battle, the guilt of killing humans, and the hope that maybe we could remember what we once were. When the light faded, she pushed me toward the shelter. I tried to hold on to her, but the wind tore us apart. I made it inside. She didn't. Ending the memory that remains. The storm lasted for 3 hours. When I finally stepped out, the desert was unrecognizable, dunes flattened, wrecks buried. I searched for her for hours. Nothing. Only a single piece of her armor remained, half buried in red dust. I picked it up and saw her sigil etched into the surface, but below it, faint and worn, was something else. The old Terran emblem. We'd been the same once. Now, sitting beneath the twin suns, I record this message in my ship's final log. To whoever finds this, know that we were not always enemies. I met a woman named Elira. She showed me that the stars remember more than we do. As I finish speaking, I look at the horizon and imagine her there, silver hair shimmering, violet eyes watching.